Hi, everybody. This is a lesson called Colors in My Classroom. It is a lesson designed for young English language learners, usually around kindergarten or first grade. The objective of this lesson is for students to be able to identify a variety of colors and be able to explain the color of an object using the sentence stem, the, whatever the object is, and then the color. This lesson has been designed so that it can be used in a variety of environments with a variety of students. Although it would work best in a classroom in which all the students are English language learners, it could also be adapted for a mainstream preschool, kindergarten, or first grade classroom, or for an after school program. This lesson has been designed using a communicative learner centered approach, and it is theme based using colors. Ideally, it should be presented early enough in the course as students are still gaining confidence in their English abilities, but after they have been introduced to the teacher, other students in the class, and are fairly familiar with the procedures and routines of the classroom. Since this lesson uses colors, it is a concept that students are likely to be familiar with in their native languages, so it allows for a really easy transfer of knowledge and is likely to help students gain confidence in their English speaking abilities and engage in the concepts and themes in a fun, engaging, game-centered approach that's very non-threatening for young learners. It attempts to use all 5 ACTFL standards, particularly through playing games, through allowing students to communicate with each other in a variety of ways, and connecting to art, music, and literacy. The educational standards addressed in this lesson are taken from Kindergarten Common Core Literacy Standards of being able to use words and phrases to respond to texts, and the English Language Proficiency Standards of learning learned phrases to respond to questions and following simple directions. The really nice thing about this lesson is that it can be easily modified for your learners. The lesson objective, or the content objective as it stands, asks students to identify red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and pink as the colors. But you could pick more or fewer colors depending on the needs of your learners. It's also a lesson which can be extended or shortened depending on the time frame you have and depending on students' engagement. So after students come into the classroom and the teacher greets them, the students listen and participate in a good morning song. And since this is a song that students participate in daily, it's part of their daily routine, it gives them a chance to start using some English words to interact with their friends and kind of ease into the lesson. Just this clip of it, and starts like this.
Hello, friend. How are you?
So colloquial language,
Very happy.
students responding, they get a chance to dance, to shake each other's hands, to greet other people. They get a chance to dance, which is always fun. And they are following directions by looking at the directive prompts on the screen. After that song, the teacher explains the objectives to the students and introduces each color word using a color poster or pieces of paper. This color is red. What color is it? Red. And the teacher can use as many colors as they're choosing to address that day. Orange, blue, green, and then it can be repeated by asking students, what color is this paper? And they can respond. The teacher can give prompts. If students' confidence levels and ability levels allow for it, you might ask individual students to say the name of the color. And then based on students' own personal beings, what color shirt they're wearing, students jump up based on who is wearing green. This can be addressed in 2 different ways, by having the teacher use the visual prompt and the oral prompt, who is wearing green today, modeled standing up, and have the students do it, or simply by using the oral prompt and having students stand up based on the color that they hear. After that activity, students can play color jump, in which you distribute the pieces of paper that you've already shown them, and when each color is announced, students jump up in order based on what was said. Just like with the shirt game, this can be done with the visual cue. Jump up if you hold the color blue, or it can be done simply with auditory and oral cues so that students can respond to just recognizing the English word instead of having the visual prompt. After students have engaged in this activity, you'll model and play the game colors around the world. So strategically placed all around the classroom should be objects of a variety of colors. I have different cooking utensils, and the teacher will announce a color, and students will go to around the classroom and they will try to figure out which objects match the color that the teacher has said. Once again, you can support this using visual cues, or students can simply hear what color you say and they can go find the object. This could also be a good activity to play in partners or in teams, especially if you have students with a variety of abilities. After that, students will get to listen to the color song, which is found on YouTube. Again, it's a song with following directions.
Children's songs, sing and move along. Children's
And
songs,
students can practice saying the different color words, matching it with the movement.
You
can see Jack Hartman right here.
To the colors you see. Shake your head to the color red.
So there's a movement and there's a song for each color. After students have danced and sang along to the song, you can read the book or watch the video of Brown Bear, What Do You See? This is a great book for choral reading. Students are able to figure out the pattern fairly easily in the book. It's a great literacy connection and engagement, and it connects directly with the colors that students have just been learning about. So, Brown Bear, What Do You See? Students figure out what the color is. They can also start learning about different animals. As you can see, as we kind of skip here. Brown Bear, What Do You See? If we skip forward a little bit, there's the bird. Red bird, what do you see? And students have a chance to participate in the reading process. They get to practice the English words, and they also get a chance to see those literacy connections. After listening to the story or watching it, students will get their own copies of the Brown Bear book, which they can fill out with the corresponding colors. It's really important at this point to have a model of a teacher-created one so that students have a guide to go off of. As students are completing this, the teacher can circulate, asking students what color is this, what color is the horse, what color is the frog, and supporting and prompting language needs as necessary. As students finish and their books are assembled, they can also read with each other, pointing out the words that they know, the color words, and practicing that language once again. Before the lesson is over, students will return to the carpet. You can review the colors once again, usually using the squares of paper or the colored objects that you have. And then you can assign optional homework. So the idea for this being that students can participate in a color museum by finding different objects that are solid colors based on the ones that you have learned that day, and bringing them to school and arranging them strategically around the room where students can share with it. At the end of the lesson, students participate in a goodbye song, which incorporates a number of different ways that student or Americans say goodbye. See you later, alligator, after a while, crocodile, and so on. Students end then, and hopefully are very excited to come back to class the next time. Thank you for listening.